morning there, Mr. Bluebird. With them, and good morning everyone else. With them in the box, and you know, Dawn and I should check this afternoon. Afternoon's the best time to check for eggs and cowbird eggs and stuff. You know, and I think we have 2 generations of fledglings. I think we have possibly brood 1 and brood 2 here at the same time. They will act as a family unit. The oldest kids will help take care of the youngest ones and things. They're a really great bird. You know, we're going to have them for some time to come. You know, 6 more weeks easy, something like that. The enjoyment of them as they have the last brood, and then they bring them over to the feeder, and so far so good. The deer was in the front yard last night. Don said he was out here for a while before I noticed, and tonight I'm going to start looking for him at 7:30, 8:30. It's a buck, and you know, I'm just convincing him to go back to the environmental park. That's all I'm really doing, is running him out of the yard and say, hey buddy, go back to the other woods, not this woods. But yeah, we had the deer. Don said he was eating clover. He was in the grass longer than you would have thought, and he said he's helping trim your grass. I mean, Don wanted to run him off too, because the fear of him eating one of my quote-unquote expensive plants and then us having to replace it scares Don. So Don was more than happy to help me run him off. But yeah, so far so good today. I'm not prepared to say if I'm better yet or not. Well, I'll let you know. You know, if by 4 o'clock this afternoon, I should be able to say. We're planning on going to the gym. I am planning on taking it easy. Sitting on the exercise bike for 15 minutes is, you know, I need to do that. I need to keep up my muscle strength. And then I'll go from there based on how I feel. I have alcohol wipes up there, and I don't have a runny nose or anything. I'm not running a fever. So, yeah. I hope he didn't take out anything else last night after I chased him off, or before I chased him off, that I didn't notice. He was near the bird bath, and then he was down on the other side of the gnome home. I haven't seen any butterflies in the yard. I'm a little disappointed about that. It's all the chemicals being sprayed everywhere, in my humble opinion. And I try to leave a lot of natural areas for butterfly cocoons, and, you know, to let the butterfly cycle do their thing. I can't leave everything untouched, but I leave a lot untouched here. I'm saying I don't think it's because of what we do or don't do in our yard. You know, I'm just like, don't spray chemicals. So, Gray. Hi, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hi. How are you? There's some good chicken. There's a good chicken. I've been feeding her Fancy Feast at night and chicken in the morning. Come here. That way, whatever, you know, quote-unquote necessary vitamins and minerals are in the cat food at night, she gets it then, and then she gets a real piece of meat for breakfast because she likes it. Hi, hon. He's a good girl. Good girl. There's Morris, patiently waiting on me. So the routine right now with Stripe and Marty is they're in until 5 or 6 something. We let them out until we get up. They beg to come back in for breakfast. I let them in and feed them. Then they beg to go back out and wait for breakfast number 2. Hi. So they're here somewhere. Hi, Morris. Good morning, buddy. Well, all of the potential severe weather yesterday went off the coast. So there was definitely some intense storms, but they started just inland and went out. So we did not get rain last night. You can see the boardwalk's dry. And not supposed to be any chance of rain today until after 7 p.m.-ish. And it's our county south. So we'll see. But just noting that we actually went a day without rain. Yeah, so it looks like the deer is mostly coming in the evening, early evening right now, while I'm around and can do something about it. Here comes. Hi, yes, I'm here. Good boy. Good boy. You know, so I'll be up patrolling the yard like Stripe. Oh, there's Marty. Hi, bud. You not hungry for more? Did you get your fill in the house? Good boy. This is that big hanging basket I bought yesterday, and there's at least 4 large New Guinea impatient plants in the basket. And I just had Dawn set the basket there. That's where those pretty violas were in the spring, but they're all dead. I might put it in the pot, and I might just keep it watered and let it sit there like that. We'll see how many mosquitoes bite on me, how hot it is. You know, I'm sort of past my peak, easy to come out and do things in the yard without getting bit up, period. At night, the light on this fountain here really shines through the spinner, and it's pretty looking at it coming down the boardwalk. And yeah, I know these never did anything, but of all the clearance stuff I bought, it's the only one. And that one actually sent out a runner to the pole over there, and we might still get something out of it. Wow, check out that big, pretty, large flower this morning. That's what I'm talking about. There's 3 that are open, but that one's the prettiest. Well, my daylilies are budding out and looking really good. I'm always excited to see them. This fence saves them from the deer. Although, you know, he could sort of come over and put his head over, but I think it's a little tall to make that convenient. Something else more convenient would happen first. I think this is the last full-sized bird feeder, or excuse me, hummingbird feeder that I have to try. I'm definitely liking having 2 and bringing one in to clean and sending one out to take its place at the same time. That part's working well for me. So my phone, which is a key, is in the little thing I have around my shoulder. We'll call it a purse. It's really a drink carrier, like a water bottle or something is what it is. But I use it for my camera and my phone. I told Dawn when I came out I was going to demonstrate what it sounds like when the back opens up. I will not have to get my phone out. Being close to the back is good enough. I said being close to the back is good enough. Did you do anything? Okay, so I did tilt my hip in, and you do have to be pretty close. But my one hand has water bottles in it, the other hand has the camera bottles in it. The camera in it. The camera bottles, that's funny. The camera in it, and it did open for me. And as soon as it popped, I just stepped back, because I was probably close enough it would have hit me going up. And now Dawn's going to get the door. Well, I'm really happy I feel well enough to be back in the gym. I am going to try not to overdo it today, but I'm happy to be in the air conditioning today, too. It's nasty outside, the humidity and the heat. I looked over and I believe this is a baby fledgling yellow-bellied sapsucker. I'm not going to say he's in distress. He's just kind of hanging on the window ledge. So Mom came and fed baby sitting on the windowsill, so now I don't have to worry about baby. Mom and Dad are here and they are taking care of baby.
6.
And by the way, I think Mom was a robin.
7.
So even though there's a speckled breast here, I think this is a robin fledgling. Which makes more sense because I couldn't understand why the woodpecker would be up near the building. And I misspoke, not yellow-bellied sapsucker, northern flicker. I thought the chest looked northern flicker, but apparently it's a robin fledgling. So we walked around so as not to dislodge the baby bird off the windowsill. We also told Chandler at the desk that Mom and Dad are taking care of the bird okay. Oh, we can't test it today because my phone's dead, remember? I can't get in. We were gonna test how good the profile's working when I get in first and then Dawn gets in on the driver's side. Except for my phone's completely dead, so I can't get in the car.
I'm thinking because you didn't have your phone or it was dead, it logged a Sentry event when you got close to the car.
Well, yeah, I jerked on the door handle after it went open,
Whoa.
trying to figure out what the heck was wrong with the car when it was really what the heck was wrong with the user. I lowered his fan speed so you guys could hear me.
She goes out there, it's like 90 degrees, 88 degrees, sunny. She makes me go in the gym and pump all this weight and do all this stuff. I'm all hot and sweaty. She goes, but you can't run air conditioning because of the fan noise.
We're gonna see if the windshield wipers wipe. That's
right.
That's what we're doing here.
We're gonna do that cut over again real quick.
No, we're not.
I didn't mean to sound so whiny, but I thought my air conditioning.
From the minute he sets foot out of the house to exercise until he's back in the house after a shower with a cup of coffee in his hand, he's whiny.
All right, here it comes. Nobody's behind us. Right about here, it wipes for some reason every day. Right about here. Fail.
I think it's this turn.
Okay.
I swear it's done it every day.
Yep. Liar.
We're not lying. It just isn't as consistent as we thought it was.
Well, it seemed to be because I was noticing it every time. Let's put it this way. I notice it every time it wipes. And I noticed it wiping there more than once.
Right, Dawn keeps the windshield really clean, and we have this streak on the windshield now because there was something on there and it wiped and it made splattered the bug guts.
That's right.
Dawn does not appreciate when the wipers go off for no reason at all.
This is true.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can try to remember to try again tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you gonna do tomorrow?
So I don't whine so much and complain. I'll turn climate on before I get to the car.
Well, it's, the fan speed is still on a 6 and the cooling seat is still working just because it's not on 8 anymore. I thought that was a compromise.
Yeah, but I need it on 11.
Now you guys know that we're funning with each other because we're trying to be entertaining and because that is really just probably how we are, but
it's pretty much.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
If you've tuned in only lately, we haven't been married very long, but we've known each other for forever, over 30 years. Well, 91, you do the math. We got to update. We have to update the 30 years now because it's a little more than 30 years.
Yeah, really. It's getting to be 35.
Yeah, I was Don's work wife at IBM a long time before I was his wife. So.
Right.
This is Don's brunch, lunch. It's kielbasa and, egg the way he likes it. And Johnny has pasta, mozzarella cheese, and kielbasa. You see how the perennial borders wilted down in the sun? That's what it feels like out here today. And we all know the ground's not that dry. It'll come back up after the sun moves off it. We're going to go check on bluebird eggs. We haven't, because I was sick and it rained so much, we haven't checked again. It's not, but it's not too late to check. I mean, as far as there being a cowbird egg or something.
That's right. They won't have hatched yet.
Right.
Probably not sitting on them.
We didn't scare her on purpose, but as we walked around the corner talking, she conveniently flew out of the box. And again, we're doing this in the afternoon because that's the time of day that's supposed to be best. And a lot of people monitor their boxes. It's not just us.
Ooh, you're going to be happy. No cowbird eggs.
Nope. Whoa. All right, 4 eggs and no cowbird eggs. They would be a different color, a different size, and they'd have speckles on them. Now I'm thinking because this is brood, and Dawn was really careful. I'm thinking because this is brood 3, she's not going to have 5 this time. And we're going to get the cats and get us out of the way and let her come back to her eggs. Come on, Stripey. Come on, Marty. Marty. Could that be one passion flower getting ready to open? I sure hope so. Because, there's a lot of vine there now, but I guess it doesn't quite get enough sun. It's just after 5, and I've prepped the cheese stuffed chicken breasts with bacon for dinner tonight. I'm going to work on my Lego for a while. I'll probably put them in at 6:15. They'll be done at 7. Well, I'm at step 522, and it's time to start the second floor. You can see the picture in the sort of upper right of the instruction screen there of what it'll look like. Yeah, there's the floor for the second floor. It's a pretty tight fit, which is good and bad. Hopefully when I really need to get it back on there after I build it, I won't have too much trouble. Well, there's the chicken, cheese stuffed, bacon, and this is where I got to on the second floor. We've got a really cool chair. It actually does move or recline a little bit. A lamp, a couch, a coffee table, and a little desk area.